my god, a ton of Marvel movies were delayed today. Some till the year after. Now this is kind of concerning because I thought the pandemic was coming to a close. And some people joked around that it's all because of the Batman trailer. Which was an awesome trailer, and you know it is because even Zack Snyder had to say something about it. Crushed it! At Matt Reeves, at the Batman, this is awesome. Hey, welcome back to the Ping Pong Flix. My name is Chris Wong. First, we're going to talk about Black Adam. Then we're going to talk about Batgirl. Then we're going to talk a little bit about The Flash. Alright, let's talk about Black Adam. Now, the Black Adam segment of DC fandom was pretty good. I mean, they had some behind-the-scenes featurette, then they ultimately had a little teaser. But apparently, just like the Flash panel, there's a whole panel at DC fandom. There was one thing that the Illuminati reported today that I don't think made it to that panel, and it was all about Hawkman. He knows how tough Black Adam is, but he will never back down from that. That makes for a really interesting kind of dynamic on screen when you have these two forces of nature that Hawkman will never stop coming, no matter what. As someone who has been reincarnated multiple times, we know he has a good chance he'll keep coming back. I think that energy behind him is just, I'm going to keep coming at you no matter what and do what I feel is right. Now, Hawkman has different origin stories, but gathering that we actually saw, a leak picture of the ship, I was gonna say it's the one that he's an alien, right? But they could also be combining that and the reincarnation origin and putting it both in this movie. So that means Hawkman may die the first time around and maybe resurrects and ends up in the present time. They also tease that Dr. Fate and Hawkman are like the old legendary heroes for the past, which makes sense that Black Adam is going to have a battle with them in Kahndaq, and the movie would jump forward in time to the present time where we see that teaser of those soldiers waking up Black Adam. Now, it's already a given that we're going to see Black Adam face off against Justice Society, but man, all those rumors about Henry Cavill being in this movie, I still not sure if that's really true, but I'm hoping that's true. And of course, Dwayne The Rock Johnson once again has to stir that Superman pot. In response to someone says, hey The Rock, it looks like Superman might be the only one able to stop Black Adam. Nasty stuff, looks great. Dwayne The Rock Johnson says, Feigl, thank you my friend. Remember, Superman's greatest weakness isn't kryptonite, it's magic. Black Adam's greatest superpower is magic. They both fly at light speed, they both are unstoppable forces, but only one will kill the other. And we know who that is, Black Adam. Come on, man, don't go that far. Kryptonite is still Superman's actual weakness. I mean, he can still take on magic to a certain extent. Kryptonite is just like, that's it. But once again, Dwayne The Rock Johnson is hinting at a Superman fight. I don't know if it's going to be this movie, hinting at this movie, and then to the next movie, if at all, but since day one, he has been calling out Superman left and right. It'd be pretty disappointing if Superman doesn't even show up. But since this movie was completely filmed on set, we don't know what actually happened during this filming. And also knowing there's going to be a battle in the past and also a battle in present time. And if he's this all-powerful being, I mean, there's only one other hero that can take him on. Superman. At least in our eyes, there's only one superhero that can take him on. Yeah, it could be the Shazam family, but come on. So will Superman show up in this? I still hope that's true, and looking forward to it. And if he doesn't, well, I'm going to be a little disappointed. But I don't know, I just want to see Henry Cavill again. Alright, let's talk about Batgirl. Now, Deadline Hollywood put this article out where it says, Jacob Scapillo to co-star opposite Leslie Grace in Warner Brothers and DC's Batgirl. Now, they don't exactly say what role he's going to fulfill. I mean, it could be anything. It could be police officer number 1 for all we know. But since it made a headline, I'm going to say it's probably a substantial role, whoever he's going to be. But what's interesting about this article was actually a little line that was contained in the opening paragraph, where it says, J.K. Simmons is also on board to reprise his role of Commissioner Gordon. And that's it! That's all I wanted to hear, because before J.K. Simmons was in talks to play Commissioner Gordon, well, now it's finally being confirmed that J.K. Simmons is indeed back to play Commissioner Gordon, a role we haven't seen since Zack Snyder's Justice League. I'm so happy that he's back, that we're going to get to see him in the role again. Not only is he a phenomenal actor, but he's a pretty comic book accurate Commissioner Gordon as well. But that revelation actually gives more credence to the possible fact that Ben Affleck will indeed return as the Batman for Batgirl. Why wouldn't it be Ben Affleck? I mean, that's J.K. Simmons as Commissioner Gordon. And the directors, Adil El Arbi Belal also said that there is going to be a Batman appearance in the Batgirl movie. I mean, the director kind of teased that it may be BATFLECK, just him looking at the cowl. So, I mean, all signs seem to point that it's going to be Ben Affleck's Batman, right? Well, since this is the spin-off from the Flash movie, apparently the answer lies in the Flash movie. Let's talk about the Flash. Now, I talked about before where the directors of Batgirl say that the real Batman will appear in the movie, and we've speculated that it was going to be Ben Affleck's Batman. It just makes sense with all the teasing that the directors have done, and that J.K. Simmons is returning as Commissioner Gordon. Viewer Anon, the insider in the industry, said this: "It's Keaton. At the end of The Flash, the DCEU and Burtonverse will have merged, and Keaton will be Batman, if that wasn't already clear." Now, it has already been said that Michael Keaton will have multiple roles in the films. True, because what appears to be Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne during the courthouse scene where Henry Allen gets freed. So that, to me, looks like the ending of the movie. Now, this comment scared a lot of people because they're saying, wait a minute. They're really rebooting the universe with Michael Keaton as the Batman? Now, before they've said that Michael Keaton is going to be a mentor role for the DCEU going on forward. Now, unless I'm mistaken, no one has ever really said that Ben Affleck won't be Batman. They just assume that there can only be one Batman in the DCEU. Can't there be two Batmans? I don't understand. Why can't Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck be in the same movie? Michael Keaton, who is on the older side and maybe doesn't want to wear the suit anymore, and he just wants to have that mentor role, that older master Bruce Wayne, like the one in Batman Beyond. And maybe that means that Ben Affleck will continue wearing the suit as the Batman in the DCEU. Both can exist. They both can be in the same movies. And when someone shared this little snippet what Barbara Muschietti said back in September 2020, well, I want you to go see it. So I'm not going to tell you a lot, but what I will tell you is that it's a ride. It's going to be fun and exciting, and there are a lot of DC characters in it. Flash is the superhero of this film because he's the bridge between all of these characters and timelines. And in a way, it restarts everything and doesn't forget anything. And maybe it's the wording that really messes us up. Does restart mean reboot, meaning making a new universe? Or restart meaning it's restarting a new DCU timeline with all these different characters? Because like she says, it doesn't forget anything. So how can something disappear like Ben Affleck's Batman? Because that would mean forgetting Ben Affleck's Batman. I mean, can you imagine when the character of the Flash at the end of the movie, how can he be happy for what turned out if Ben Affleck's Batman just disappeared? Now, Scoot, who works in the industry, replied to this little quote, saying that, "The reason I know things about the Flash has less to do that I work in film and more that I know people. Story underwent significant changes since that article. Snyder Cut brought changes, Ray's exit brought changes. C. No version of Andy's movie erased Snyderverse." That line alone gives me a lot of hope. That it's possible that other scoopers and bloggers just took the sentences of restarts everything, Michael Keaton's gonna be in the DCEU. Maybe they don't understand that they can be two Bruce Waynes in the same universe. Or maybe is that just my hope that Michael Keaton doesn't take over Ben Affleck's Batman, but just providing a Oracle type role for the Justice League. Who knows, maybe for the next Justice League movie, the entire Justice League will reappear. Guess who's monitoring everything in the Watchtower? Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne.